So as we've increased our Invisalign chair to chair from 40 to 95%, and as we've written this story and it continues to evolve, there are some pain points along the way. Everything from systems and processes to even potentially team member training, getting the consumer on board as well. Certainly there are a lot of consumers out there that might not feel that Invisalign is appropriate for a 7-year-old. And along those lines, there's also the mythology and the thought out there in the industry that because Invisalign is so efficient, and we are seeing them less than we ever did before, often they're done in 6 to 8 months of treatment, we find ourselves in a situation where then we need to provide convenient monthly payment plans that make sense for the consumer.
We've consolidated the initial consultation from an hour to 35 minutes because we found that the consumer is already educated on Invisalign. They know what they want, but they want to find out if they're a good fit for the product and a good fit for our office. So what we've done is we've highlighted the simulation, we've shortened our consult by doing that first, and really making sure that we're identifying what the consumer's questions are, which are usually, how long, how much does it work? If there's specific things that they want answered, I'll bring Dr. Boschken in. Otherwise, I'll go in and talk to them about the cost and give them lots of financial options so that there are no barriers to them getting started that day. Because we've already taken the records, even if they don't want to start that day, they can still do that next step via phone or email so that they don't have to make another visit to our office. So we've just tried to make it really crisp, and it's enabled us as well then to schedule more because we have these shorter consults. We're not spending a good hour. We're spending 35 minutes. They can start that day, and the consumer walks away happy. We use Lending Point a ton, where I'm able to just go on the computer with them. Within 5 minutes, they can get pre-approved and they can make monthly payments instead of doing a large down payment.
I kind of felt like when you hit somewhere between 70-75% Invisalign, you're at that point where you're maximizing all of your rebates, you're maximizing the efficiency of your team. There's a constant struggle if you're trying to operate two different business plans within the office, that is braces, traditional braces, and Invisalign. There's a lot of friction between the two because you're constantly zigzagging back and forth all day long with the team members having to transition from braces to Invisalign and back and forth, and the two really don't jive in any way because one is this comfortable, exciting, fun experience, the other one is a grind.
When we decided to make the transition to recommend Invisalign exclusively, that means not bringing out the braces, really only showing Invisalign, and making that transition for us has helped kind of clear up our schedule, so to speak, help prepare us to be able to bring in this new consumer and be ready for the store that appeared in our area, actually 2 of them. So we have one in San Francisco and one in San Jose. And more than just having that opportunity, what it did was teach us about this consumer, about the consumer that had done research on Invisalign and wanted to come into our office and find out specifically about Invisalign. They already knew about the product that they wanted.
One of the additional unique benefits of increasing our share to chair from 40% to 95% is that we used to see 90 patients a day, and we now see 50 patients a day. And during that, the last couple of years, we've actually had 3 team members leave, moved out of the area. We didn't need to replace them. Because we're so efficient in our systems and processes with Invisalign, that we just didn't feel like we had to replace somebody in order to keep up with the growth or keep up with the efficiency. And so when we look at all this, the full-time equivalent, the revenue of full-time equivalent FTE, the average is about $150,000 of revenue per full-time equivalent. Ours is closer to $300,000. So using Invisalign, leveraging Invisalign has just made us overall much more efficient.
One of the other things that we've done a lot of is just cross-training. So one person can do this, the other person can do this. We're not limited to only one person taking photos, only one person placing attachments. The whole entire office can do each other's jobs if needed. They also know where to step in if there is a gap in the schedule. They know, hey, there's a gap, here's what I can do. I can call and follow up on patients that haven't been seen in a couple weeks. And so we're seeing just a flow that's better and an empowerment, I think, with them. And we're always changing. So our team members are consistently being asked, how can we change? How can we make things better? And when we bring our team into that conversation, they feel empowered, like they are a part of the team, but then we can implement changes that they're excited about. So we've done that along the way. We've changed what the appointments look like. We've changed some of the attachment appointments, made them more consumer friendly, not as long. We've done some different things to incorporate that. So again, overall, it's been really an amazing experience that both the actual new patient has enjoyed, but also our team members. We've found this whole other group of consumers that we never really had in our practice before. We had maybe 7-year-olds to 25-year-olds, and then maybe 40-year-olds and up. So we were missing that generation that we want to call millennials. It doesn't have to be a millennial, it's a consumer that's done some research and wants to come in to your office. And what we've learned is that they want a shorter consult. They don't want to be in your office for an hour. They really want to get to the point right away. They also want to visualize what their smile is going to look like before and after. They want to see it before they buy it. And so we've learned to always use the simulator with all of our consults. The store consumer already has that. And so we walk them through that again. We talk to them about what their smile is going to look like, how Invisalign is going to work. And then we give them options in terms of how they want to start and also how they want to pay. And then they're done. And so whether you have a store or not, what it's taught us is that there are consumers everywhere. They don't even have to come into the store, right? They could be in your neighborhood. They could be looking for that now. So how do you bring them into your practice? You do simulation. You show them visualization. You make the consultation shorter, and you adjust to this new market so that we're not losing this whole group of people that wants to have their teeth straightened. It's just in a different way. So it's really just all about mindset.